Yo, what is up, my little tubers? We're back for some more sealed action here on MTG Arena. Got some more Shadows over Innistrad, but this is going to be sealed, remastered rather. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and as always, don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all of your Magic card-related needs. I didn't get to capture the sweet pack opening, sadly, but anyways, this is some sealed Shadows over Innistrad remastered. As of this recording, we're still on the very first set of cards that they're rotating in and out. So this is going to be a different sealed potential pool than the one for the Arena Open, which will happen this following weekend. But let's pull out all of our rares first and see what we have to work with. 2 Rise from the Tides. Oh, a nice Dark Salvation's good. Rares. Tracker, Hydra. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rares? Yes, that should be right. I thought there were packs where you could get multiple rares, though, but I guess if you don't get a DFC, a dual face card. Oh, I guess the Abbey is, so there might be one more rare somewhere that I glossed over. Maybe I'm blind, but I don't see another. Okay, so these are the 6 rares we opened, so looks like we're probably going to want to lean towards green-black, or at the very least, like Splash Tracker, Splash Dark Salvation. Thalia's Lancer is fine. It doesn't look like I have a legendary creature to go pull, but let's go take a peek at our cards. And for sealed, as always, I just pull out all the cards that I think are playable, and then we look from there. A lot of playables, at least. Will they be good enough? Who knows? Noose Constrictor's good. I don't mind Wolfkin Bonds, but I'm not a big fan of it. 5 mana for +2/+2 and a 2/2 is kind of like medium. Okay. So that's what we have. Again, our green and black are probably our strongest just because of the rare qualities. I don't actually think white looks all that good. It has some flyers. And that's about it. And I didn't really see much good synergy for it either. So I think white's probably going to be a pretty easy cut unless I go some weird Spirits route, which, again, I don't even think the blue looked all that good. The blue has the double Rise from the Tides. Scab. Oh, one to take inventory doesn't do anything. Yeah, blue's actually really, really bad. There's a world where maybe I could splash the Rise from the Tides if we still end up with enough instants and sorceries. I guess Diregraph Captain with double Rise from the Tides can be very, very good, but if your Rise from the Tides is already making a bunch of zombies, you don't really need the Captain. So that means the Behemoth... Oh, I guess the blue cards that are good are the Behemoth and the Wretched Gryff. Those are good blue cards that we might end up losing if we don't end up running the other blue. The Bread doesn't look particularly good either. It has like the Incendiary Flow and like the Stromkirk Captain, but our black doesn't really have the Madness support. In fact, our black is kind of weak too, it looks like. I guess it has double Deadweight, Dark Salvation, Pariah, Witch. Black has a lot of removal, Kindly Stranger. Our green looks like our strongest standalone color. Between the good early game play, some removal, the Tracker, the Hydra. Actually, there's still a world where I guess I could play the blue cards. Double Choked Estuary also makes some blue splashing easier if we wanted to do that. Or blue as a main and then maybe splashing green. Stromkirk Captain with handful of vampires is not terrible. The majority of our vampires are all red, though. How many madness cards do we have? We have the Pariah, Gorger, Occultist. Yeah, red-black aggro could also be fine. Few different builds we could go with here. I'm actually going to add the blue back in just because these blue cards are all pretty good. Oh, the blue actually has some really good enabling too for the emerge cards, doesn't it? Oh, this is interesting. I mean, I don't think I'm supposed to play red, but it might be okay to go like red-black for as maximum synergy as we can get. Maybe some form of Sultai Dirtle is going to be okay here. We're at 15 instants and sorceries like this. Green-black, like splashing blue could be interesting. Double Rise from the Tide splash, maybe like a Drag Under splash. And then the double Emerge splash could be okay. That's a lot of top end though. I guess the Moonlight Hunt probably doesn't work with so few werewolves or wolves. Yeah, that card's not going to be playable for us. Cool stuff, but double Certain Death also a little bit awkward. I mean, maybe the Rise from the Tides is just not worth. Maybe green-black is the way to go. Green-black Pseudo Delirium. Would I still want to splash these Emerge cards is the question. Because I probably wouldn't be running Call the Bloodline here. Creature count is 16. The Elite's probably a cut. Few sorceries, few instants. Yeah, maybe more like a green-black Delirium style deck. I think it's probably okay to splash these with the double Estuary and maybe one island. For instance, 5 sorceries. The Waltz seems okay. I guess Mockery actually might be the worst of my Emerge cards. Definitely feels like it is. So we can just run double Estuary. Maybe we don't even need any islands if we're going to go like this. Or we could splash like Drag Under or something too. This looks decent though. Maybe one Certain Death can be cut. These Foul Bloods are zombies, so they help with the salvation a little bit too. That's not bad. And we definitely want to get the Westvale Abbey in for like Pariah value, plus our Vixing's pretty good anyways. Okay. I could see going something like this. Yeah, I don't think we would need any islands. We can still just hard cast these in a pinch too. So 8 black, 8 green, 2 blue in the Abbey. Any other ways I can get some Delirium style effects? Should be pretty good. The double deadweight should help a ton in that regard as well. I think 17 lands should be alright. Okay. This looks fun. A little sealed action here. Traditional sealed, so best of 3. Means we can sideboard as we please. Go off to round 1 here. And we will be on the play. Okay. Not an amazing hand, but what are you going to do? Dryad kind of acts like an early removal spell. We have a way to pump it up, plus potentially cycle. Boding Ruins. Sure. Okay. Opponent is playing over 40 cards. That's fine. Grapple's gonna be a good draw here, most likely. I guess I should note about the estuaries that I have in the deck. They're often going to enter tapped because you need to reveal a swamp or an island for them to enter untapped, and we only have 6 swamps in the deck. Sure, I'll block. If they just want to pump, I'm okay with that. If they have another Borrowed Malevolence, I'm okay with that. If they want to make a play, I'm okay with that. So they're going to give it first strike and then pump. Sure. Fine by me. Let's hit our Kindly Stranger. Very nice. We do have Delirium as well, so Kindly Stranger can now just immediately flip and kill something. We might want to wait until 6 lands to cast out the Stranger so that we can also activate the ability at the same time. Oh, well, that makes a good play as well. Very good draw, obviously. I'd say Tireless Tracker's pretty balmy in Limited. White. I wonder if I should have just main phased the, or not main phased, but just sacked the Clue while they were tapped out. Play around like Galvanic Bombardments and stuff. So 3-4, look at the top 4. If they hit a human, they get to put it in their hand. And they bricked. Nice. Oh man, I forgot. Tireless Tracker with Confront the Unknown is really disgusting, isn't it? We just let the clues stack up. Yeah. What? Maybe they have a deadweight or something? We have a waltz in our deck. Oh, they just chump attacked. Okay, I'm happy with that too. I think what we want to do here is, again, just get the Stranger value immediately while we know we get to. Especially since we still have certain death in our hand, we don't really care. guess I don't have too many black and green sideboard cards, do I? If anything, we would just sideboard into a different deck completely. What are you doing over there, opponent? Okay. Judgment plus something? Oh, maybe they thought... I don't know. Ah, okay. That's unfortunate. I guess they just thought they could Madness for some reason. Now they're just chump attacking. Okay, I don't... Nothing to say here. We're gonna save the Confront the Unknown, but we will pop one clue. So it looks like they're Mardu, kind of a hybrid vampires slash humans deck. Funny enough, the demon-possessed witch is still a human on the flip side, so priest won't be able to tap it. This is also... Actually, all three of my creatures are humans. Even though the witch and the... Well, both witches, I guess, are kind of dark alignment. Okay, no blocks. They will get a trigger of the occultist. And they hit a vampire. Nice. I can cast that. We have him dead, though, just to certain death plus pump, so... Oh, I don't even need to pump, right? Just certain death. Okay, good game one for us. We go to sideboarding. Doesn't seem like we really need to bring in too much. Yeah, I think our list that we have is good enough. We'll run that back. Go to game two. They've put me on the play here. I don't think we can keep this hand. A little bit too greedy. Maybe on the draw I keep that. Okay, well. I am not confident with this hand, but I'm not going to go down to 5. You're gonna judgment me and the Dryad this time? They are. This is the same exact thing that happened last game. They killed our Dryad, and then we drew Foul Bloods on turn 3. We draw our Tyler's Tracker again? That'd be great. Wait, our next draw needs to be Grapple with the Past, right? That's what we drew last time first. Won't complain about drawing a castable creature. Alright, they have the Stensia Masquerade. You have to be aggressive with this card, but man, can it snowball. Makes your vampires really hard to block, and, well, if you're not blocking their vampires, then their vampires are getting larger, right? So, like the 4-1 or something would be pretty annoying here. Oh, you know what I guess I should be doing? Unless I need to run out of swamp, I should be playing my swamps last because of those choked estuaries. Yeah, that's something to note. Hmm. Well, if they attack with the bandit, I will block. Obviously, I'm not going to be blocking the Pyre Hound here. Okay. Oh, that gives all their creature. I'm silly. So, all of their attacking creatures have first strike. Wow, that's going to make it really bad for me to block it, or yeah, any blocks at all. So this is going to be a pure up race. Priority being held. They might have the first strike trick in their hand. Not much I can do about that. Could also be Galvanic Bombardment. They missed a land drop, right? So they have all spells in their hand. We have to be really far behind here, don't we? Not doing anything on turn 6. Pretty brutal. Oh, that's right. Their creature flips too. Yikes. Oh, God. Well, I hope they don't have any more werewolves to play. I'm about to play a 7-mana 3/4 flyer, draw a card. Okay, another vampire. Take 6, maybe more. Those ones don't grow, luckily. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Cursed Witch, huh? Well, again, I don't have an option. I just have to attack here. I can't block their creatures since they have first strike. If I am blocking, it's only because I want to soak up some damage. Okay. Playing the Cursed Witch isn't awful, but this has a bigger toughness. And it's flying lethal by itself. Oh man, that's what we needed to draw that turn. Damn. That Salvation would have been real good. Alright, it is not impossible for them to kill us this turn. Like, if they attack, I do have to block in some capacity. So 2 of their creatures have trample. It's a little bit awkward, but if they attack, I guess the Gryff blocks the alpha as their only non-trampler. Well, I guess that's not that bad. If we get hit by something else. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If they attack with everything, I have to block. Yeah, alright. On the bright side, when I throw the Gryph on the Occultist, if it is indeed the Borrowed Hostility like I think it is, we'll take 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we won't die. Yep, it was hostility. I guess in case they have Borrowed Malevolence as well, I have to block this, because if I block a 3-power creature, and they have the, Malevolence, I die, so... So we can just kill him here anyways, right? Phew! Alright. Well, despite our poor initial hand, we drew out of that well enough. Got the win. And this is traditional up to 5 matches. I need to go... I guess you need to get 4 wins to get your gems back. That's a lot of Magic we need to hopefully win and play. Okay, on to game number 2 we go. Match number 2, rather. We'll be on the play. 1 drop, 2 drop, sure. Opponent doesn't have anything, the Logger could just smack him hard here too. Collar, sure. Land pass. Ooh, alright, we need to draw removal. Because Mayor of Averbuck is absolutely insane. So it is a 1/1 that pumps all your other humans, that also transforms into a 3/3 that makes wolves. There's a removal spell. I'm gonna have to main phase grapple, I guess. Otherwise it flips. Oh, there's our Tireless Tracker. This is awkward, because if I don't draw land now, we don't get to go Tracker plus land. But I think that's right, because we have 2 6-drops in our hand, so making our land drops is extremely important. Attacking with the Gnarlwood Dryad might have actually been kind of bad, huh? Because now I'm taking a lot more damage than I dealt. Really want to draw an untapped land here. Phew, okay. Also pretty happy that they decided to play out the Collar instead of flipping their Mayor. So 2 Collars, we might want to bring in our Emerge green creature. Are they going to purge my tracker? Yeah, looks like Angelic Purge. That's fine. They even sack the land for that. Okay. So if this trades off, which we are going to do, they will get 2 1/1 flyers because of the Pilgrim, or the Collars. Alright, there's land number 6 for us. Perfect, and a deadweight. Okay. I guess it's actually better to just play out the Hydra this turn, though. As it has reach, and that finds our 7th land for deadweight plus certain death next turn. Mr. Mole. Yeah, deadweight, the mayor. We don't necessarily have to certain... Oh, well, that's perfect, actually. Because now we're going to put an enchantment in our graveyard for Kindly Stranger. Yeah, that was probably the best possible draw. They sack their clue in response here, but doesn't really matter. Very good for us. Yeah, our deck's great. Our draws have been helping out a lot, too. So, Descend Upon the Sinful, I think, is the one card we have to worry about. It's like the 6 mana exile all creatures, and then if you have Delirium, you make a 4/4. Okay. Mayor annoying, Graphmole annoying, a couple of Callers. Sideboard options versus that. Nothing in white looks particularly interesting. Blue has a counter, but it comes down too late for Mayor. Red does have a flow. But my black and green have the cheapest removal in Deadweights and Bite and Salvation. So yeah, I think we just bring in the Mockery here. And maybe just cut the Drownyard Behemoth instead. Could bring in another Certain Death, but that's, again, a 6 mana removal spell, so... Doesn't even do much versus their cheap early plays that we really want to be killing. Oh, man. I'm going to keep this, but if they have a turn 2 Mayor, we're going to have a really bad time. In fact, what I'm going to do is play out my Estuary this turn, because if they go Mayor on turn 2, I want to hold the Dryad to flip it. I don't even think I'm supposed to play out my Dryad yet. Obviously, if they had Mayor, they would have played it out there, but there's no reason not for us to wait. It only pokes in for a couple point of damage. That's fine. Now we'll run it out as a good blocker here. Alright. I think I like blocking the Fiendbinder. Oh, nice. We got some value too. Good. Ah, I see. Where are the Deadweights? There they are. So they'll tap the Dryad and attack with their Fiendbinder. We're not going to block. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll play it safe here. Deadweight 1. Accomplice. Abby. I don't want to attack into like a Puncturing Light or anything. And so next turn, what I get to do here is I get to, if I want to, make a token with Abby, sack the Dryad and the Accomplice. If they're going to make this attack, I will block and force them to do whatever last card in their hand is. Yeah, it's fine. Sack it, they hit me for 4. Okay. Fight's a good draw. Yeah, I think we're just gonna make a Ghoul. Fight down their Binder, smack in for 3. Our Death Toucher blocks their Briar, no problem. And again, with Pariah, we can just get them really good. Like, I don't think I block here. Oh, maybe they don't even have anything anyways. I'm supposed to hold lands for Tireless Tracker. Hydra's big enough as is. Okay. I don't know if I played those turns there very well, but good enough. I mean, our deck's pretty nice. I should do a better job of hovering since I know a lot of you probably don't know the cards, but here's the Pariah again. Black, black, 3 for a 3/3 flyer. Sacrifice 3 other creatures. It transforms. Turns into a 6/5 flyer that when it transforms, your opponent sacrifices 3 creatures, so pretty damn strong. And then the Madness, which I don't think is super relevant. I guess we do have Noose Constrictor and Waltz. A couple ways to enable the Madness, but that's going to be far less likely in this deck. I mean, the Noose Constrictor's free, I guess. But anyway. GG's 2-0. And on to our third match. Will we be heroes? Is that one of the pets that's super annoying? I hope I don't have to mute them. Alright. Mono creature hand, but it looks good. 1 drop, 2 drop, 4 drop, 6. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop. Green, red. That's a scenario if we were on the play and the logger flipped on turn 2. Could deal a potential massive amount of damage. 3 color. Bloodbriar, yeah. I'm okay attacking here since we're going to play a 2/3 ourselves. To a 2/4, alright. Yep, still like attacking. I don't mind trading for Drownyard Explorers. It's no surprise. Here's a Cursed Witch. 4/2 for 4. Spells your opponents cast that target it costs 1 less, so kind of interesting. But it's because when it dies, it flips and pokes your opponent for 1 every turn. The Mole! No, that's no good. Grapple, however, is very good. There's a world where we can immediately get Delirium. Let's see. We did not. But, actually, if I'm gonna take the land here, but if I left the Westvale Abbey in my graveyard, with the Deadweight, we would have Delirium on the following turn. Oh, I guess not. They don't actually have a way for me to put the Deadweight in the graveyard. Ooh, that's a great trade. Wow. Trading off their Mole. Huh. Okay. So now we just drain them for 1 every turn. That's good. So we have instance and creature in our graveyard. Ooh, yikes. That is spicy. Damn, and we drew one of our worst cards there. Well, I guess I just make a 2/2 and flip it. Flip the logger, that is. So both of those Bloodbriars are effectively 4/5s right now, because with the Clue and the Terrarian. And another Explorer, yikes. Man, we just want to draw land here. If we draw one land for Hydra, we're in such a good spot. It's crazy. I'm not going to trade my Shredder for their Explorer, so... I guess we're just gonna have to commit to those Bloodbriars being unbeatable. They're missing land drops, so they have all spells in their hand. Maybe except for the card that they drew this turn. Yeah, so they just drew Island. Gross. Okay, no blocks. Could take 10 here if they go sack, but then that leaves them really vulnerable on a backswing, back crack. I think it's also okay to multi-block one of them and just see what they do. Force them to do a trick if they want to keep one of them alive. Ooh, the journal! The beginning of your upkeep, investigate, and then sack 3, make your... yeah, this card is amazing in their deck. In fact, they already get to tutor next turn, and those Bloodbriars are going to be nuts. So... I think what we do here is attack like this. Because if we attack with Timber Shredder, their creature just dies, and we don't get to dead weight to put it in the graveyard. Well, they just took it all. Okay. Interesting. Was not what I was expecting. So if I play another spell, it's going to flip my Timber Shredder. But I guess maybe that can't be helped. Need to shrink one of their dudes. Man, Bloodbriar with Tamiyo's Journal is super cool. Sacrifice 3 clues, search your library for a card, put in your hand, shuffle. So once again, we're going to want to bring in our Mockery of Nature. In fact, maybe the Mockery of Nature should just be replacing the Behemoth to begin with. Not only is it more castable, they also have a Hydra, okay. Yeah, not only is it more castable, there are plenty of hits in the format. Ooh, baby. That is amazing. No matter what, this is going to be extremely good. And if they sack the Bloodbriar that has the dead weight on it, then that unlocks our Kindly Stranger. Nice. Good. Okay. All the while, they're getting pinged by the Infectious Curse. There's no need for them to use the journal right now. It doesn't make sense. They should wait to see what they draw, since the only upside about using journal now is that it's untapped on their turn, but they don't have extra clues to utilize it again anyways. I'm still super like if they hadn't trade off their Grafmole, I don't think I could have won. Alright, there's the tutor. If they try to get greedy and don't kill like the stranger right now, which it looks like they're gonna do. I was gonna say, if they have like a bounce effect that they try to get the stranger with, we can get them because we can double activate in response. I don't think they can attack here, right? So let's just play out a Hydra of our own. Pass. They do have a bunch of card advantage, obviously, but I have a little bit of inevitability with the curse right now, so they need to kind of, yeah, be proactive. They can't just sit back indefinitely. That's a blocker for my Abolisher, but they still don't have any good attacks here. If we're trading Hydras, that's really good for us. If they're chumping with their Geist, that's also really good for us. Okay. And we still can emerge our Behemoth off of one of our larger creatures if they try to go for something. Woof! It was a little bit scary, but that Pariah off the top was certainly clutch. Alright, so Behemoth out, Mockery in. Man, 2 Bloodbriars. The Grafmole, man. What did they trade away for the Grafmole again? Did they trade it with my Gnarlwood? Or wait, I don't even know what happened. How did their Grafmole die? Or did I just kill it? I don't even know what happened. Okay, in any case, versus them, it looks like a second certain death could be fine. They have a lot of kind of scarier, bigger creatures, and it's not like using a certain death on a Briar Bridge is bad if it gets that large. Dragunder is actually a good way to reset that card too. And could be a good tempo hit. Like maybe Confront the Unknown is not good versus them. Actually, I might splash for Dragunder. And just like add an island. What do we want? To cut a forest though? Not really, but I guess we do have more black. Yeah, that's probably fine. Something like that. Oh wait, no, that gets the second certain death is just better than the Dragunder. Yeah, what am I doing? Okay. I mean, it is a 6-mana spell versus 3, but feels like their deck is more intended to grind out, so it shouldn't be a fast game unless they get like a crazy Briar draw. Sounds good. Oh, Vessel of Nascency, that's good. I will probably just be firing off the Salvation on the Haunter for 1. But I do have a Foulbloods in my hand now, so that could allow us to get a second creature. Ooh, that's really good for us. If their plan is just Vessel of Nascency, damn. This Shredder's going to be popping off then. In which case, I think I'm actually going to go with the Foul Bloods here and try to pressure. Mole, Geist, land, and another Haunter. Okay, they have more flyers than I thought. Took the land here too, that's good. Well, maybe not good, but... I'd rather see them take an island than Graph Mole, that's for sure. They didn't kill my Shredder. Oh, I guess because they figure they're flipping it. Okay. I got a second where that came from. So, still able to kill up to a 3 toughness creature now with Dark Salvation and the Foul Bloods. And that is a perfectly sized Sage of Ancient Lore. So it's a 5 mana, star. Power and toughness equal the number of cards in your hand. You draw a card when it enters, and then it flips into a XX Vigilance Trample. Power and toughness equal the total number of cards in all players' hands. The Salvation there is just absolutely back-breaking. We're also 1 creature away from Westvale Abbey flipping into Ormondal. Alright, they're off. Alright, this is going very nicely, huh? 3-0 now. So we just need to get 1 win before 2 more losses, and we get max value. Maybe we can go for the perfect 4-0. Go to our 4th match, sitting at 3-0. On the draw this time. Into, yeah, a lovely hand. Oh, I forgot to swap out the Drownyard Behemoth for our Mockery of Nature. Oh well. Hello, hello. Great looking hand here. We're not going to want to play out the tracker until we can immediately get land value off of that, and that's... shouldn't be too hard since we have a couple of other 3-drops to play. Although versus blue-white, if I didn't have anything else to do on turn 3, I would probably run out the tracker versus them. Most likely going to deadweight any creature that they play this turn, yeah. So we drew another Foul Bloods. Yeah, this many 3-drops is not great. Sure. I don't mind trading Courier for Cathar. We both get 2 mana value one way or another. So there was some discussion as to what land I should have played last turn. Because with Tracker, whatever land we play, that will be the only mana source we have post-Tracker, and we have 2 different cards in our deck that are relevant, right? We have a second Deadweight, and we have another, or rather, a second Deadweight and the Confront the Unknown, so... More important, though, if we draw Deadweight number 2 to be able to cast it. Yep, take 3. Hopefully they don't play a big fat flyer this turn. Grapple's good here as well. Oh, I should have auto-tapped 2 forests. Not a big deal, but... They can't have a Puncturing Light here, or if they go for Puncturing Light, I just sack another clue in response. That's a nice hit. That's a fantastic hit. That'll let us kill their Fiendbinder next turn and still make a couple of 2/2s. Or if they play like a 3 toughness creature we would rather kill, that'll work as well. Oh, they're just gonna Haunted Fengraf back their Sleuth. Be really good for us. Ah, they're gonna play a 3/4. Sure. In that case, what we have enchantment and creature in our graveyard. Let's just attack for 4 and then kill their Fiendbinder and make 2 extra 2/2s. That puts a 3rd card type in our graveyard, so once we grapple next turn, the Foulbloods is also going to become a 4/3 menace instead. We can just kind of try to swarm them here. Or if we just draw a land, we can certain death, but them attacking is terrifying. Okay. Okay. Oh, well. I guess I think I'm just gonna go for that instead. Abolisher with a bunch of tokens. Seems good. Alright, Behemoth out. Versus blue-white. They're generally gonna have some enchantments. They're gonna have like Bound by Moonsilvers or Spontaneous Mutations, that type of thing. So bringing in the Mockery seems right. I mean, it should have just started in the main deck anyways. I forgot to swap up the deck list. We might want to bring in a Grotesque Mutation to try to race them as well, because they're going to end up with a lot of evasive creatures. So if we're in a racing situation, I think Grotesque over Confront the Unknown makes sense. Could even try to bring in a second. Like maybe the Waltz, we're not really going to try to grind them out. Yeah, let's go with 2 Grotesques. The downside is I've taken out an instant and a sorcery and only put in 2 instants. So we're losing a little bit of Delirium potential for our... I guess we have, what, 2 or 3 cards with Delirium? We have the Dryad, we have the Kindly Stranger. But in any case, 1 win away from a juicy 4-0. Why is it juicy? Don't ask. Nothing to do early. This hand looks fine though, right? We have the Foulbloods into Dark Salvation later on. Ah, God! That card is really bad. For us. Good for them. 2 mana 1/1 with Skulk, which means a creature with power greater than it cannot block it. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, they get to loot if they want to, and then they can discard a creature and pay 2 to make a 3/2. So even if they just discard a creature here and make a 3/2, that's still so much advantage, I'd say. Hopefully they just discard like a land and pass. No, they did. Bad, bad, bad. Must kill. And at least the 2/2 we get off of this can trade with their 3/2, so this was still a good deal. Yep, I will block. Puncturing Light. Basis Scrutiny. It's a good one. Drag Me Under for 2 mana. Rude. Alright, so I go to 16. We're going to replay out our Witch. We are not going to play our Witch. We are going to play our Tireless Tracker. Take another 3 here, but glad to have brought in these mutations. Mutation much better here than Waltz. What was the other one that I took out? It was an instant. Waltz and something. Ah, the thing is bugged. It never shows the right cards. Still said I had 3 Grotesques in my sideboard, even though I don't. I'm gonna bait them here, I think. And if they want to block, great, I will use Grotesque. If I play a land first, then they're just not gonna block, you know? Alright, so currently sorcery in our graveyard. We can easily put an artifact in there and maybe an instant. So if one of these creatures trades off. But I'm not going to block with my Kindly Stranger. Like I said, this Grotesque mutation is going to do a ton of work. And it looks like they're a little bit pinched on mana right now, so they might only be able to develop out 1 spell this turn, which would be really clutch for us. Yep, no blocks. If I didn't have Grotesque, I would block. Trade off the Stranger for their Binder. Good, love it. Okay, so I can gain how much life here? Infinite? Seems like a good way to go about it. So, game plan is to sack 1 clue, Grotesque the Tireless Tracker, gain 8, go back up to 15, and then play the Courier, I guess? I mean, they have 2 Fiend Binders, so I'm not really blocking anyways. I guess I could have sacked 1 clue before attacking and looked at if we had drawn one of our deadweights. Maybe that was a little bit better. So the thing I have to be concerned about is them having like a Borrowed Grace. They could add 6 damage for 15. Ooh, actually, there is a world where I lose if I don't go double clue sack. I guess they would have to go removal on the Courier and then have Borrowed Grace, which is 3 mana. That's unlikely. Yeah, they're just debating if they want to try to trade or not. Because right now they have lethal on the board. Alright, so they are going to block. Let's gain 8. Hit him for 10. And then next turn, Traveler's Amulet will give us the Delirium to flip our Kindly Stranger. So, looking pretty good. Still attacking. Wow. Okay, that's scary. They could have like an Avacyn. They could have Blessed Alliance with... No, they already had Blessed Alliance with one Escalade available. Avacyn loses to Amulet plus Flip anyways. Okay, that's fine. I should probably lock it up. Do this before attacking to play it safe. Yep. And we should be okay just to run out the Witch, since we're at 9 and they only have 3 power on the board. So if we draw Mockery, we can kill the Imprisoned by the Moon, and then attack with a Tireless Tracker that's now free. Okay, that's pretty good. This Witch has not been good versus multiple bounce spells, because that was only a 2-mana bounce plus draw. Wow, they're still going for it. Alright. Well. Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess, but we will take it. And just like that, easy money, 4-0. Good little sealed pool. Good draws. Played the majority of our rares, I think, didn't we? Let's take a peek at it one more time. Yeah, we played the Abbey, which I don't actually think we ever activated. We had the Hydra, we had the Pariah, which was fantastic. Pariah was amazing there. Tracker was obviously insane, as it always is. And we had the Dark Salvation, which also did a ton of work. So, good little green-black value deck, splashing a little bit of blue. Although, again, I wish I hadn't ended up splashing the Behemoth. The Mockery of Nature was just better. But all in all, good stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed that. We'll be practicing more Sealed for the upcoming Arena Open later this week. But until next time, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.